Gladiator II.
Yeah, the trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Dude, this movie's what? It's funny because my son, who's 15, we were on vacation a couple weeks ago, and he watched Gladiator on the airplane for like the first time, and he'd never seen it before.
What made him decide to? You just?
I think it was.
Do you kind of
2 days of travel, and so
check
we had
that
a lot
out.
of time to kill.
Right.
And, I'm like, dude, watch this movie or this movie.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he watched Gladiator. He liked it, and then he was like, man, and then he had no idea the second one was even coming. And he's like, how are they doing a second one? And I was like, the kid from the first one, he's an adult now.
That's what Russell Crowe's asking.
Yeah. But
Mummified Maximus, that'd be cool.
I'm pretty stoked for the movie
zombified.
itself. Visually, it looks very cool.
It does.
I know there was a lot of people shitting on the trailer itself, like the music choices in the trailer.
It's like a Jay-Z track or something.
Which I love that Jay-Z song.
Yeah.
But
I want to go back to see the.
So I didn't mind the trailer actually.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with the trailer is I think they just show too much.
Yeah.
Like most trailers these days, they just give you
sure.
You'll practically see the entire movie.
Yeah.
In the trailer, and I cannot stand that.
Yeah. Yeah. I could have done without the Maximus shrine, but I know they have to do that in the movie. But I just kind of felt like, why the fuck is there a shrine for him? I mean, I guess he's a warrior, but after 20-some years,
I think that's more of like a personal shrine, right?
Maybe it is.
I don't think it's like
it could be.
I don't think it's necessarily.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong.
Yeah.
From my take on that scene, because it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Is that it's kind of like this guy's personal shrine that
yeah,
he has of
that could be
his hero,
and that's better. Yeah, I definitely accept that. Makes a lot more sense. But yeah, it visually looks great. The Colosseum, they like flooded it and they have boats and shit in it. Like, whoa, that's definitely
which is probably as realistic as the tigers were, because that was never really a thing.
Yeah.
But and there's like a scene with a rhino.
There's all kinds of shit. It's
that looks
crazy.
Badass.
I mean, they definitely amped it up. But yeah, you got Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington.
I'm warming up to him. I'm warming up to Pedro.
Yeah, as Reed Richards or just in general?
Just in general. I mean, even as Reed Richards. I know when I
think it'll be great.
Talked about him previously, I was kind of cold on Pedro, but I'm getting there.
I think it'll be great.
He can win me over yet.
Of course. Connie Nielsen is back. She was in the first one. Joseph Quinn, I've heard, is unrecognizable. He's going to be the new Johnny Storm. He was in Stranger Things. Played, is it Eddie? Do you remember? Oh, you didn't see the last season of Stranger Things.
Wait, yeah, I did. You see the rock band kid?
Yes.
Yeah, he was just in Quiet Place, Part 1.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, he's good. I like him as an actor.
Yeah, I do too.
Have you seen New Quiet Place?
I have not.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah?
I like the first two better.
Sure.
This one is it wasn't quite what I was expecting. It was almost like, did you ever see Civil War?
The latest?
Not the Avengers Civil War.
No, I didn't.
The Kirsten Dunst one.
I didn't. I've heard mixed things on that one too.
Which I liked that movie as well, but it's very much a different movie than what you're led to believe by the trailer, because it is very much a very intimate character study.
Sure.
And it's just that's not what I was expecting from that.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily that it was like good or bad. It was just, it is what it is, and it was not what I was expecting, but I enjoyed it. Am I going to probably watch it again? I don't think so.
Watch in order, though, the sequels get better, right? So that's good.
Maybe,
right?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I enjoyed the first two. So
sweet. Yeah, I'm behind on all of that, but yeah. So this has got quite a cast. What does bum me out is something was just off with the kid when they showed like the flashback. I'm like, that doesn't look like the same actor. It's not. So they not only recasted the original actor, but they also replaced his kid image as a different kid actor.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Probably because it needed to look like this guy more. I was like, it sucks. I thought it was going to be the same kid from the original. Like, obviously, if they dropped out of the business, they're not going to be, ready to be in a blockbuster.
Even if I dropped out of the business, if Ridley Scott was like, "Hey, I want you to come make Gladiator 2,"
I'm good.
I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah. So the original actor was Spencer Treat Clark. That's crazy when his likeness is recasted, but that could also be they didn't want to pay residuals. Perhaps use it again. I don't know, but it's funny how they do all those things. But yeah, it looks good. It definitely, when they announced it, I thought it was a joke. Like they were like kind of throwing it around before it actually got moving. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's now this is a dumb question, but the first one did have some actual real life events in surrounding the story, didn't it? In a way. At least with Rome and their territory and all that shit.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember.
I just didn't know if this one was kind of like there's more.
I know. Yeah, I think there was probably a bit of that, and I know that some of the battles that they were reenacting, or some of the reenactment they were doing, were based on real battles.
Okay, sure, sure.
But then, of course, then they did take a lot of liberties with other things, which that's fine. It's Hollywood. I mean,
Yeah.
that's to be expected.
Sure.
Just like with this one, I'm sure. I don't know if Rome ever actually flooded the Colosseum and built boats to ship to ship battles. That'd be pretty dope if they did.
Yeah.
But I don't know that ever happened. I'm not.
Well, the first one was like a huge visual effects, like spectacular. Like they actually raised the walls digitally in the old Colosseum.
Well, and it looks like with this one too, it looks like they're, because one thing that I always felt was missing from the first movie was the big battle at the end. Because you remember, they allude to it, like they lead up to it, where Maximus has his guy go gather all of his troops. He's like, "Hey, go get my men and
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But then you never see him.
Right.
Like it never happens.
Yep. Right.
And the final battle is, a lot more intimate.
Yeah.
There was a couple shots here. I was like, is there a big battle in this movie that we didn't get from the first one? Because I would kind of want that.
That ship battle is probably the end battle.
Probably, maybe.
Do you know about Oliver Reed in the first Gladiator?
Oliver Reed.
He was the old guy that bought Maximus.
No. I mean, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know.
Well, I remember at the time he died during production, so they had to digitally like kind of throw him in there just to kind of end his character. And I think they did a pretty good job, especially for the time. But this dude was a drinker, and apparently he went to some bar and he drank a shit ton. He like outdrank sailors, like a whole bunch of sailors, and then dropped dead in the bar.
Shit.
He died in the bar, and I think the bar was called The Bar.
He died doing what he loved.
Yeah, people have told the story better than I have, but I always knew he passed in that movie. I didn't know how. Assumed like it was a heart. I mean, it probably in the end was a heart attack. But yeah, the dude definitely didn't take care of himself, and he was on the way out already.
Yeah,
so,
right.
But yeah, I gotta see that movie. I've not seen Gladiator in a long time, but I watched the hell out of it. Actually, when I saw it in the theater, I was with a friend. This is like the only time. It's because I was out late the night before, and I was young, and I was like, we can just keep going, like, oh yeah, we'll go see Gladiator. Great. I fell asleep.
Oh shit.
But I was nudged up from my friend because everyone was like looking at me. I think I was snoring. So after that, I was waking.